We should wake up to the fact that the collective norm of our society is being unconscious. And part of being unconscious means that we are not aware of the patterns that we are repeating within our daily life, the patterns that have come through us through conditioning within our evolution of our personality that has done more harm than good. And being unconscious means that we repeat those patterns and we reenact and repeat the harm that has been done onto us, onto others, and with that, onto ourselves as well. But we're usually not aware of that. So, why do we choose to stay unconscious? There's a lot of reasons for it. And is a tempting idea that we all fall victim to of not being aware and with that not being responsible for our life's choices and the way our life is being lived by us. This is a state of being that we all come into contact with, and it is up to us to decide if we're going to break that pattern of perception and existence, or if we are gonna stay in it and pretend that we are a helpless victim who is not in charge of our lives. And why we like to stay unconscious is because we perceive it as being more comfortable than becoming conscious, because the consciousness that we are still developing into is pretty unfamiliar, and with that, our brains are signaling to us that that state of being might be dangerous, so better stay in the comfort zone of unconsciousness. But what we usually miss is that within the state of unconsciousness, we are not being excused of the things that we are not conscious of. We are just living amongst them, and we are pretending like we have no personal responsibility or accountability to seize them and to form them in ways in which they would reaffirm our integrity. How we also usually stay unconscious is in avoidance and addictions. This is the way in which we numb ourselves in order to forget that we are deeply unconscious and, with that, deeply unaware of who we are, where we're going, and what the meaning of it all might be. So, in both of those two states of being, we are actually trying to regress and come back into a state of infancy where we were totally dependent on our caretaker and totally rid of any personal responsibility because we, in fact, were children. And what should be acknowledged is that the biggest task of becoming a person and going into the process of individuation or self-actualization is taking on a conscious level, our personal responsibility